Hi, I'm MG Mahadevan. I want to share my experience with Noble Hospital about my renal transplant surgery. First of all, I would like to thank all the doctors and staff who made this recovery possible. I would like to, before I go and explain about the procedure, what has happened for my renal transplant surgery, I would like to talk about the medical history of mine so that you will get a clear picture how I was brought stage by stage to this level and how I was treated very well by the doctor and the hospital management. So first thing, in 2019, I was diagnosed with CKD problem. So I was at stage 4 at that level, and we immediately went on in consultation with Dr. Avinash sir. Doctor diagnosed it, and then he started treating me from day one. Last year, I developed a lot of complications due to increase in BP. So I immediately rushed up to the doctor, and I have asked him the reason for increase in BP. So he immediately diagnosed the cause for that BP, and then he treated me with the appropriate medicines and also with the regular test. So these regular tests identified that my stage 4 problem has gone to stage 5 level, so which is the utmost serious level. So doctor still does not lose any confidence in me. So he started telling me, advising me what are all the things to be followed and what are all the things not to be followed. This gave me the confidence that everything is treated well, and we have the entire confidence in the doctor, like we can definitely come out of this situation. Accordingly, doctor also prepared for my dialysis because it is in stage 5, and he suggested me to go and get my fistula done from Dr. Ravi Swaminathan. So I went ahead and got my fistula operation done, and I was ready for dialysis as well. It got matured within the right time, within 6 weeks time, and I was ready for dialysis. But the best thing is, doctor did not put me into dialysis immediately because he wants to see how am I reacting now still with the medicines. So he did not rush up things. He went every time when I went to him for a consultation, he asked me, how am I doing? Do I have any discomfort? This I never expected. I thought he would put me into dialysis, but he wants to take it stage by stage. He wants to give the utmost patient care, which I really got it from Dr. Avinash sir. Then when I got my fistula done, then again, parallelly, he also gave me he also suggested me to go for transplant because dialysis cannot be done for a very long time. So, and considering my age, I'm 37 now. Considering my age, he felt that transplant would be the best option, and so he asked me to get prepared for that. So we always have the confidence in the doctor. We always felt whatever he says would be the best treatment, would be the best solution for us. So we went ahead and started preparing for the transplant by taking the required test. And also we had 100% confidence in the Noble management because we know they have done several surgeries before, and we have an expert doctor like Dr. Avinash. Even though all the test results, what I got after the fistula was done, the creatinine level was shooting up, it was a bit alarming. Doctor was not losing his confidence. He was handling us with only medications. He does not want me to put it on dialysis immediately. He wants to see how am I reacting, how he takes the treatment ahead based on my body condition. Every time he asks me how is my appetite, how is my am I having any complication. So he wants me to go to dialysis only when my body wants it. He does not want to put me into dialysis at any stage until and unless it is necessary. So at every stage, we started following doctor's advice very precisely. We were using mask. We were following the same diet what he has given. I was using sanitizer, avoiding crowds. So this actually helped us to not get into much more of complications later. But we know that even if some problem comes in between, it will create a bigger complication. And to our fear, it happened in February. February again, I developed a lot of complications, which ended up me going to Avinash sir again and then asking him what would be the next solution. And since my transplant was getting planned in March, He does not want to take any chances. So he asked me to go for dialysis immediately. So we trusted the doctor's advice, and then we went for the dialysis. And I was in dialysis for 1.5 months, but I was showing some improvement. Still, we were planning to get ready for the transplant phase. So we started with all the preparations with 100% confidence in the doctor and the Noble administration. That's the level of confidence and trust we have in Noble management and the Noble doctors. So in our generation, we have a lot of diseases, treatment, and there are a lot of specialist hospitals are there. So when we have multiple options, we always get confused with what to select and what not to select. But in our case, it was never a case. We always believed in Dr. Avinash, and we always believed in Noble management. The reason behind this, we always got the best patient care. The quality of care here was extraordinary. So that's why I'm explaining stage by stage how I came across in this last 3 years. So on hearing the word about dialysis and transplant, I always get scared on how to do it. But even my wife has advised me. She always used to say me, if Dr. Avinash is saying something, then it is definitely the right path to follow. And we sincerely followed that path. So even after all the preparations was done, I was in a dilemma because my father was the donor. And considering his age, I was little reluctant whether is it a right option for me to go for transplant or not. But the kind of, so my parents were fully supportive, and in fact, they felt happy for getting this opportunity to help me improve my health. So I was a bit reluctant, but still they want me to go for it. So with all the well-wishers around me, I finally wanted to face the situation. I wanted to go for the transplant surgery. So I went for it, and then the best thing which I wanted to talk about starts from here. So the day before my surgery, each and every doctor came to me, starting from the anesthesian, the neurologist, the nephrologist. All the doctors came and told me how the surgery is going to happen and what are all the things which they are going to do. This was told from a patient mindset. I should not get scared of the surgery. So they gave me the full confidence of that when you go to the surgery, you don't need to be worried about anything. All you have to do is just follow the doctor's instructions. So I did the same thing. And I was told what epidural will be given. I was told what kind of anesthesia is going to be given. So everything was clearly told to me before the surgery. And then the surgery happened. When the doctor woke me up, I was I was not able to even open my eyes, but I could barely speak. They asked me to see my father. I saw my father, and then he was also in a situation. He was also not able to speak at that time. I just thanked him. I thanked all the doctors that time. And then after that, I was taken to the ICU, and I was given very, very special care. So I had a personal assistant as a nurse. She was treating me in the ICU. Same way when I was shifted to the ward, again, I got the same kind of treatment. Like a personal nurse was there. She was taking my BP. She was checking my temperature. So it was like a utmost patient care was given by the Noble management, which I was so happy about. I never expected that level of treatment or care will be given by Noble management. Even though parents have a selfless attitude towards their children, this act of giving an organ to their children is something you should have the immense strength, not only physically but also mentally. So I thank my parents for that. Also, my life partner stood next to me all the time post my surgery. So she's a bigger treasure for me. So she always supported me even after the surgery when I'm not able to walk or when I am not able to do something. She supported me every time. She made me feel that it is nothing, just a bad phase in life which we need to come across. So that helped me to motivate, and that makes me to come out of the situation very easily. Even though when I was in ICU, she used to stand outside and then used to do a sign language and then tell me about things which are happening outside. How is my father? So all those things really motivated me to come out of the situation very quickly. So the entire journey would not have been possible without this Noble management. This has been our second home in the recent time, as I don't see anyone here as a staff. They are taking entire responsibility and they are showing, I see them as my well-wishers. I thank God for giving me this wonderful opportunity to thank my parents, my wife, uh, all the doctors who had treated me, and also the Noble management, and all the well-wishers who, the staffs, nurses who have taken care of me during this transplant surgery. Without you, this would not have been possible. Thanks once again to entire Noble Hospital for treating me really well and giving me a best patient care and making this surgery successful. And I'm conveying my gratitude to all the well-wishers in Noble Hospital. Thank you.